Taylor Swift may be in attendance. She's gonna be rooting for a different Kelsey in this game. I'm saying fly, Eagles fly all day.
Honestly, I'm inclined to kind of agree with you, but there's no fucking way I'm doing it. I'm picking the Chiefs. Let's go.
You're tuned in to another episode of the Flea Flicker Show. We're your hosts, Fred and Dre. We drop new episodes every Wednesday and Friday in the NFL season. Subscribe for more on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media at Flea Flicker Show. Dre, tell them what the fuck we got going on.
Yeah, so today we're going to go over week 11 preview. We're going to make our picks for the week, and hopefully I can stay ahead of Fred. I think I'm 2 games up on you now. Is that what it is?
Yeah, somehow 10
close.
weeks through, you're only 2 games up, so
It is a tight one.
still tight.
Giggity. But before we do that, we are going to hit the devastating news for the Cleveland Browns that just came out today, I believe, as we're recording. Yeah, Deshaun Watson out for the season. He has a broken bone in his shoulder along with the high ankle sprain, and he's going to be getting shoulder surgery that is season ending. He's done, and with him, most likely, the Browns' chances of going to the playoffs, unfortunately for them, because their defense looked really good this year. And Deshaun Watson finally this week actually looked like he was finally like kind of picking it up and getting that offense rolling. And then of course you got that injury. You know, that makes the 3rd week in a row that we've lost a quarterback for the season.
Whew.
And the 5th quarterback of the year. Yeah, let's please stop getting hurt quarterbacks. They have so many rules to not get them hurt too. It's crazy that it's still happening. Hopefully no other team loses their quarterback for the year, because that's devastating for these teams. We've seen it with the Jets, their season's in shambles. The Browns, looks like their season's going to be in shambles. The Giants, season, shambles, although that might have been before the injury. Who else? Kirk Cousins.
Debatable. Their season's not in shambles.
They got Dobbs, so they actually made a move for a quarterback, unlike any of the other teams.
They've got the Pasternak.
The Pasternak, yeah. And I'm repping the Vikings. I might get a Dobbs jersey if he stays with the Vikings. I don't know.
Do it.
I'm with them.
Oh, and then Pasternak jersey.
Anthony Richardson was the other one that went down.
Yeah.
And the Colts season
forget about Anthony.
Is in shambles as well. Although the Colts, I don't think would have been a playoff team either way, but that's just.
But horrible. They could sneak in now. I mean, they're 5-5. The Bills are 5-5. Those are the 2 teams that were kind of on the outside looking in, record-wise at least, to get in as a wild card. So right at this point, I believe the Texans are the 7 seed in the AFC.
If we don't count the Browns, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think because they hold the tiebreaker over Cincinnati. So Cincinnati would be the only team from that division to not be in right now.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought the Bengals were.
Yeah, they have the same record. They're both 5-4, and they hold the tiebreaker because they beat Cincinnati.
So without the Browns, the Bengals would be.
Yeah, Bengals would be in, and gives the Bills a sliver of hope for all those really sad Bills fans out there, and there's quite a lot of them. We know from our New York friends, there's quite a lot of them.
Quite a lot. It's unfortunate. We can't completely count the Browns out yet because that defense is still nasty, and their running game isn't bad with Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford, even though they lost Nick Chubb too. That's just a bad year for the Browns, honestly. But what, they got PJ Walker at least coming in at first to try to be the guy. He's been pretty bad so far, throwing a lot of interceptions. So hopefully he can hold it down. If he doesn't, I assume they'll give Dorian Thompson-Robinson another shot. If not, though, there are 3 quarterbacks I think maybe they could try to pursue. Maybe they could grab Trevor Siemian from the Jets, which would be kind of funny because that takes away a Jets option. And then the 2 other quarterbacks I just wanted to throw out there, Joe Flacco and Colt McCoy are still both out there. They're both old and maybe a little washed, so I don't know if they would be much
serviceable
better than Walker, but yeah.
Bring back Kaepernick.
There you go, Kaepernick. There's your shot.
Yeah, there's a shot. I mean, the Cleveland Browns took a shot on Deshaun Watson, and who was more of a fuck up, Deshaun Watson or Kaepernick? I mean, I think it's Watson. So
Watson in a legal sense, Kaepernick in a blackballed by the NFL sense.
Yes. Yeah. Kaepernick, definitely, like, I don't necessarily think he was in the wrong, and I don't want to get into that right here, but
Yeah.
it's just a bad look overall in that circumstance. But I think he
Yeah.
deserves some type of shot. Anyway, let's get into the games. That's what we're here for. So starting off, Thursday night football, right?
Thursday night
Thursday night.
football, baby.
Who's
In Baltimore.
who's the game? Yeah, it's Baltimore, and finally get a good primetime game on Thursday. So, what's your take here?
Yeah, the primetime games look pretty good this week. But yeah, this one, Bengals at Ravens in Baltimore. This should be fun. We'll see if T. Higgins can play. I think he's hopefully playing. I'm not sure. I didn't look it up, to be honest. But yeah, both teams suffered final play losses last week, which was pretty rough for both of them. One of them is going to start a losing streak after this game. I think they're both playoff caliber teams at this point, and it should be a really good game. I'm going to trust Joe Burrow and Chase Young, though, over Lamar and a Ravens team that just isn't as good offensively, in my opinion. The Ravens.
Yeah, I was going back and forth on this one, and it could go either way. Both of them are playoff teams. Both of them have the capability to be at the top of their division, and I'm also going the Bengals in this. I'm saying the Bengals are going to roar their way to victory in this, but they're going to come in with like the perfect game plan in this and come out on top. Ravens are going to be feeling a little bit ravenous for a win.
Hey. All right. So we're both taking the Bengals there. Let's move to the 1 p.m. games. This one should be easy. The Cowboys are heading into Carolina to face a struggling Panthers team. Yeah, this is a poop game. Cowboys all the way. The Panthers, I think, might as well just start Andy Dalton in this one because Bryce Young is going to be running for his freaking life.
Yeah, this is not going to be a good game. Everything is bigger in Texas, and Carolina can't handle the wild ways of the Cowboys in this game. It's fitting that Texas is known for its barbecue because Carolina is going to be cooked in this.
Yeah, let's just move to Cleveland, huh? We talked about them earlier. They have a horrible injury with Deshaun Watson coming out, and now this week they got the Steelers coming into Cleveland, so that's a tough game for them without Deshaun. This is a tough game with Deshaun Watson. Without him, it's going to be even worse. The Steelers did lose Quan Alexander for the year, so that makes it maybe slightly easier, but I still don't know. I was originally going to pick the Browns until I heard about the Deshaun Watson news. Now, I think I'm going to go with the Steelers. I don't trust PJ Walker against the Steelers defense.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely the right take there, I think, and it's a really defensive battle here, and it's who has the best QB. And honestly, like Pickett's not that good, but he's better than PJ Walker. So I think Steelers are still the better team in this, and they're going to leave the Browns a little bit browned and battered in this. They're not going to be able to handle the black and
Yes,
gold.
sir. The only shot the Browns has is if Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt can really get going, I would think. But yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Watt.
pretty tough. You got to imagine that a defense like the Steelers are really going to key in on those running backs and try to take them away.
Yeah. Let's move though. Let's go to Detroit. The Bears coming into town. Justin Fields should be back, so maybe that makes this game a little closer. But yeah, this is poop game number 2 for me. The Lions, they should crush the Bears. To be honest, I don't see the Bears having a shot in this one.
Yeah, Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my. Well, at least 2 of them anyway. Lions will be the main attraction in this. Chicago can't handle the Lions' roar, and Jared Goff is going to lead them to victory in this game. The Lions are going to just storm all over the Bears. There's no way the Bears can win this game. Like, there's no way, right?
Oh God, don't say that again. It didn't work out last time. But yeah, no, I don't trust the Bears at all. Let's push. We're on pace to have like all of the same picks so far. We'll see if that changes at some point. But
it probably won't for Monday night because I already know what you're probably going to want for the game of the week. So
we'll see. We'll see when we get there. But let's head to Lambeau Field. The Packers, Chargers are coming to face them. This could be a good game, honestly. The Chargers have been going off offensively, but still losing games left and right. The Packers could stay with them with a decent defense and an offense that disappoints, but also has potential to get things going against a not great Chargers defense. I'm still going to take Justin Herbert, though, after last week's explosion. The Chargers really need to start stacking wins to have a chance here.
You know, it's fitting that Herbert is rep by SoFi because he's going to take this win to the bank, and the Chargers are going to charge their way to victory, leaving the Packers a bit shocked and bolted in this game. They just can't keep up. They don't have the offensive repertoire to keep up there with Justin Herbert and company. So I'm taking Chargers all the way.
All right, we're still on the same pace. This one, I don't think is going to change it. We got the Cardinals heading to Houston. Damian Pierce might not be back, but that doesn't matter, it seems, with Devin Singletary.
Singletary's got that backfield now.
Yeah, Kyler's definitely going to make this interesting if he can, do a little even better than last week when they got the win. But the Texans look like a playoff team right now, and Stroud's pushing for more and more rookie records and maybe even the MVP. So there's no way I'm not going to take the Texans in this one.
Yeah. Again, everything is bigger in Texas, and CJ Stroud is the biggest show on turf right now. The Lone Star State will be once again swinging bright with a excellent win.
Cool.
So yeah, they're winning that game 100% in my mind.
For sure, I agree. Well, let's move to Jacksonville, another division game. The Titans coming into town. I don't know what's going on with Tannehill. I assume Will Levis is going to be playing still. This could be a good game. What do you think about it, man?
Yeah, I don't think Tannehill's getting the job back. I mean, Will Levis has run the offense considerably better. I mean, in one game alone, he had more pass touchdowns than Tannehill had all season. So I think they're just going to leave Levis in. He's the expected quarterback of the future there. So I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I'm not confident in the Jaguars, but I do think they're better than the Titans. I think the Titans won't be able to handle the jaws of the Jaguar, and that it's going to be a Titanic flop in this for Tennessee, and the Jags will again show that they are a Jaguar not. That didn't really work. Worked better on written down Jaguar not juggernaut, but
I didn't even know.
Worked better on paper than verbally. So
yeah, I think this could actually be a sneaky game, though. The Titans' defense can force mistakes, and the Jaguars, as I said in the last video, have been making many mistakes,
a lot of mistakes.
even in their little run that they had. So I think the Titans could sneak this one. And the Jags also, Zay Jones got arrested. I don't know if you saw that. He an
What's up with wide receivers this year?
Yeah, not good. He's already missed like 6 games with an injury, so not good for the Jags. But I'm still going to trust T-Law and the Jaguars in this one. But just don't be shocked if there's an upset here. That's all.
I agree with that. And side note, not connected to this game, but connected to Cleveland, Thompson Robinson has been named the starter for this week.
Really? I mean, I like that. I like Thompson Robinson better, honestly, than PJ Walker. But he looked really bad in the first game of the season.
He looked really bad.
Hopefully he's improved. Hopefully he's improved since then. Yeah. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. Breaking news. Boom, boom. Okay. Let's move to Miami with that breaking news. The Raiders heading into Miami. The Raiders streak's going to come to an end here against the most explosive offense in the league coming off a bye week. So yeah, Dolphins by a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Dolphins, they're not consistent, but one thing they are consistent about is beating bad teams. I think the Raiders aren't necessarily a super bad team. Now they have what seems to be a competent coach in Pierce, but they're certainly not a good team. They're not one of the playoff caliber teams. They're not a contending team. And it's those contending teams that the Dolphins struggle with. So I'm saying the Dolphins are going to make a splash in this and leave the Raiders feeling a bit washed up. So Dolphins are too fantastic for Vegas.
This is crazy. We're almost to the 4 p.m. games, and we have not split a single game yet.
It's the first time all year.
Yeah, this is crazy. The next game, Giants heading into the capital, into D.C. to face the Commanders. The Giants, I don't even know who their starting quarterback is at this point. It could be the Italian stallion Tommy DeVito, who stays at home with mom. Good for him. He's making all that money, I guess. And
yeah, his family seems pretty cool. Like just prototypical like Jersey Italian family.
Yep. I think they loved when he got drafted got picked up by the Giants rather, and starting for him. I bet they're having a ball.
His house is like 8 minutes from the stadium.
They were pissed when Dayball was like yelling at DeVito on the sideline and calling bad plays, I guess. His
dad was pissed about the plays. That's your third 3 call?
They're so Italian. Yeah, but we don't know if it's going to be him starting or maybe Matt Barkley, who hasn't started in like fucking damn near a decade. Or even it could even be Jacob Eason, who he just brought in, who I don't think has even started a game in his career. So I don't think I can trust the Giants against the Commanders right now. So I'm going to pick the Commanders. And I kind of hope the Giants lose. I'm looking for a top pick at this point.
Rightfully so. Looking for either Caleb or Drake. So Giants, I agree. I mean, I think they're going to feel a little giantly defeated in this, and Commanders will have every tool necessary to conquer. Uh, it's hard to not. It's hard to think this is going to be a close game. Uh, Sam Howell leads the league in passing, and the Giants don't have a good defense at this moment. They don't have a good anything
Okay.
at this moment. So I mean, I think it partially has to do with that they're always in the field. So they just
Literally.
yeah, they're always on the field, so they literally are just peppered the entire game. So even if they make a stop, they're back on the field 5 minutes later. But the tank job should be in play for the Giants. Um, they should have traded a lot of assets to try to get as many picks as they could. They could have got something for Barkley, something for some of their
Already.
receivers, but Adore, yeah. So if you're in a tank job, you should do it right. But yeah, I think they're full tank for a new QB.
Yeah, speaking of their defense, real quick, the Giants last week against the Cowboys, Thibodeau got hurt, Adore Jackson got hurt, Deontay Banks, the first round corner, got hurt,
Oh
and
man,
the third corner on the depth chart, Cordell Flott, got hurt. So
oh
I don't
man.
even know who we're going to be starting at corner
I
against
think they might be starting you. I
the
mean,
Commanders.
I think you could go and just like walk onto the field and
I
get a
was a corner
job.
in high school. Why
Yeah.
not? Throw me out there. All right. Let's push to the 4 p.m. games, though. We got the Buccaneers heading into San Francisco. Baker hurt his thumb last week, but he should be okay. The Buccaneers made some noise last week, but the 49ers made more noise. The 49ers should win this. I'm picking them. The Bucs just need to make it a respectable loss.
Yeah. I realize that I can't just pick upsets when I feel like I want them. I don't like the 49ers, so I feel like I pick upsets on them a lot, but I'm just going smart with this one, and I'm saying the 49ers going to sail past the Bucs and leave them buck bruised. So Baker will see Bosa and Young a lot. He
Oh,
might
yeah.
even see them in his nightmares later that night. So um, I'm thinking the 49ers take this. They're just a better team. They should win. This could be another game though where the Bucs just do enough and Baker does enough. Goes off and they could do enough to get the win. They could be an upset here, but I still think the 49ers should win.
Speaking of the Buccaneers, that's
I
this
like it.
glass like the Buccaneers should be drinking out of it. Baker Mayfield, he probably drinks out of skulls since they picked him up.
Real skulls. Yeah, just
Real
like
skulls
the
of
skulls of his enemies.
yeah.
Skulls of the Big 12 quarterbacks that he's crushed throughout the
They're
years.
just defeated. Yeah. Let's move to Buffalo. The Jets are coming into town, and I was very confidently picking the Bills until Monday Night Football happened. Now I don't know if I can trust them against anybody, especially the Jets. I feel like are a better team than the Raiders. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I just don't think Zach Wilson will beat Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen could only beat himself in this game if they lose. I'm going to pick the Bills for sure, but I don't know what to say anymore about this.
We finally got a split.
Hey,
Hey, I'm picking the Jets in this. I think the Bills are going to be feeling billed and defeated. Jets are going to bring the jet fuel in this one and take off, not offensively, but defensively. So, in my mind, the Bills are predicated by the pass. And the Jets, one thing they do extremely well, better than any team in the NFL, is defend the pass. They are by far the best pass defense in the league. The way to beat them is to run. So, if the Bills are smart, they're going to run James Cook all day and put up points that way, but they're not smart and they're not going to run James Cook, which they haven't done all year.
Hey, new offensive coordinator though. Maybe
New offensive coordinator, maybe. And it's what's his name that used to be with the Panthers, right? So he likes the
yeah,
run game.
Joe Brady.
Yeah. He likes the run game. They should do that, but they haven't shown that so far this year. So until they do that, I'm gonna pick the Jets in this because I still think the Bills are gonna try to ride with Josh Allen and beat them with the pass, which you cannot do. And the only teams that have beaten the Jets this year have done it on the ground.
That'd be a huge loss for the Bills. They really need this win. So
They really do.
Bills fans might be burning jerseys if they lose this one.
I have 2 cents that you said Bills fans might be burning jerseys. James, our buddy James, huge Bills fan, called me last night and just I was in the middle of dinner and he called me and said, "Finish dinner with the family. Give me a call back. I just need to vent." So I call him back, and it wasn't about like being a parent or his partner or anything. It was all about the Bills. He wanted somebody to vent to about the Bills, about his frustrations with other Bills fans, saying they needed to tear it down. And he just wasn't having it. So I thought it was very funny, seeing the Bills come back down to thinking they need to tear it up,
Yeah.
get back to their old ways. And it's funny, all the newer kind of like Gen Z Bills fans all say that they are all so sad about them not making the playoffs potentially, and all the over 30 Bills fans are like, hey, slow down. We went
Yeah.
through this a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. What did they go like 14 years without making the playoffs or something crazy?
Yeah, and I mean, hell, they went 4 years straight in the Super Bowl and lost every year. So like,
Wide right.
yeah. But let's push though. I know we're short on time, so let's push.
Yeah, we got a couple games left, but this one, LA, should be a good game, I think. Matt Stafford should be back, which makes this very fun against the Seahawks. They did have a bye week to think about playing the Seahawks. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams. I just trust them a little bit more with Stafford in tow. But there is no Kyron Williams probably still, I believe. I think he's still on IR, so I'm not gonna put the Seahawks away. Like I think they do have a shot in this one.
Yeah, I think the Hawks are gonna have the Hawkeye focus and leave the Rams shackled and defeated. So I'm going Seahawks, and we're splitting again. So there's two splits.
Finally, 2 splits in a
Yeah.
row, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams could do it. The Rams are kind of like a caged animal and like backed into a corner right now because they need this win to stay in the race at this point. They're pretty far back. But let's push to Denver. The Vikings and Josh Dobbs, the Pastronaut, are coming to town, playing in Mile High Stadium. The Broncos coming off a huge possible season-changing win over the Bills. I said the Raiders earlier, didn't I? It was the Broncos. So they're clearly capable of winning this type of game. Justin Jefferson could be back, which would make this very exciting. I'm excited to see what Dobbs can do with a caliber receiver of Justin Jefferson. 2 years ago, it would have been pure blasphemy to say I picked a Josh Dobbs-led team over a Russell Wilson-led team. But things change very quickly in the NFL, and Dobbs has this Vikings team pillaging other teams in this league, and the Broncos are next on that list. No running back needed with Madison and his concussion. So I'm taking the Vikings, Josh Dobbs. Pastronaut, baby.
Yeah. The Vikings, I feel like they'll leave the Browns a bit Bronco busted in this. Dobbs and Co will win by a hair thin margin. The hair thin there. Anyway, so I just think no hair margin. Anyway, so the Vikings are just good. I think I'm pulling with them all day in this. Jefferson is better talent than Dobbs has ever had, and I think it's just going to be too much for the Broncos. The Broncos are, I think, getting lucky more so than actually outplaying people. So got to ride the Dobbs train. Got to jump on that bandwagon there for this, and I think they're coming away with the W.
All right, on to the last game of the week, Monday Night Football, Super Bowl rematch, possibly Super Bowl preview. The Eagles heading into Kansas City. This is your team. What do you got?
Yeah, the Eagles, it's a great game, Super Bowl rematch, but I'm saying the Eagles aren't just going to fly into Kansas City. They're gonna soar. So Taylor Swift may be in attendance. Taylor Swift might be rooting for Travis, but she's gonna be rooting for a different Kelsey in this game. She's a diehard Eagles fan.
Bowl.
She grew up in Bucks County, right outside of Philly. So went to born in Reading, right outside of Philly. She's an Eagles fan. She's Eagles true and
Is
true.
She gonna be repping the split jersey like the mom?
She might be. I'm saying fly, Eagles fly all day. They're gonna smother Mahomes and company, and they're gonna come up with that W.
Yeah, honestly, I'm inclined to kind of agree with you. The Chiefs have been rather unimaginable on offense lately, especially when Swifties aren't in attendance, unfortunately. But listen, you said it earlier. You're the Eagles fan here, and I simply cannot resist when a team has a chance against them. I actually have the Eagles as my pick, but there's no fucking way I'm doing it. I'm picking the Chiefs. Let's go. Taylor Swift's going to be there. I don't care if she is repping that. Travis Kelce is going to go off in this one. If she's not in attendance, I'm not going to switch my pick, but that might change the game. Travis Kelce, though, he's going to go off. Let it be known. Chiefs all the way. Bing, bang, boom. That's Monday night, baby.
That's Monday night.
We got
All
4
right.
bye week teams, though. We got the Falcons, the Colts, the Patriots, and the Saints on the bye weeks. 3 of those 4 teams have quarterback concerns right now with Derek Carr injured. The Patriots don't know who they're going to be starting after the bye. The Falcons don't know who they're going to be starting after the bye. And the Colts are just Colton, really. So, yeah, those are the bye week teams. I think we're done unless you got something else for us.
Nah, I am done with it. I am done, man. We are all set. That is a wrap. That's a wrap on another episode. The best way to support our show, leave a comment, leave a rating, leave a review on all platforms you listen on. So whether it be YouTube, Spotify, whatever it might be, leave a comment. Let us know what your take is, and make sure you subscribe to Flea Flicker Show on YouTube. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media at Flea Flicker Show, and thank you, Flea Flicker Nation, for tuning in. Until next time.
Thank you, Flea Flickers. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.